Hey, this video today, I just hit record, started talking and recording and showing you what we're doing. Well, this video is just going to be about what our normal day is running dumpsters. We'll talk a little bit about some software and QuickBooks, Docket, and all that. We got let's see, one to drop off, one to pick up, run to the dump. Hopefully we get some more, and let you know. Here we go for another one. I said earlier this week that we were not busy, and apparently now we're kind of busy. Yeah, so we picked up a 1 week rental out on a lake. This guy's father died, so I think that they're cleaning out his house. I feel awful bad about that, but I mean, I didn't do it. Anyway, so the way we picked this business up was my last video. I had some questions on what you guys do for advertising in the wintertime, and I decided to try two things. So I did my normal ad. I ran that for a very small amount per day, just for 5 days between the two holiday weekends, and geez, it seemed to work. This guy saw that ad. I was advertising next day service. Around here, that's pretty unheard of. So he saw the ad and called. And then one of the other things that I did was I put an ad on my Facebook, my business Facebook, that offered a discount code that they could enter through Docket when they book online. So I really wanted people to book online. Gives them 10% off, but it shows me that they follow my Facebook. So it's kind of, I didn't have to pay for the advertising. I'm giving them 10% off, so it's cost me a little there. But it really shows me that my followers on Facebook, you know, that platform's working. Now, the problem that I did have, the fellow yesterday that booked, he was going to do it online, and he apparently couldn't. Said that the credit card came back, that it wasn't a good number, good credit card number, or something like that. He was sure he was putting it in right. He tried a couple times, and you know, it wasn't working. And I don't know, so I just, no big deal. I just did a invoice form real quick at Docket, emailed it out, he paid it. About once a month I try to get on there and test it. Unfortunately, I use my credit card to do that. Then I'll rent a dumpster to myself, I'll test the whole system, make sure it's texting me the way it should be, and then I just refund that money back. So, you know, it's no big deal, it just takes a little while. Yeah, and I had no problem. So I sent a help desk ticket to Docket. Their response was, you know, was he trying to use an American Express? But the way I look at it was, if it worked when we sent him the invoice, he paid it through that, shouldn't it have worked online? I mean, I don't know. But anyway, my advertising seems to be working. We got one going out today. We got one more left in the yard. Hopefully we can get that out today or tomorrow. Picking one up this afternoon. And hopefully we get that one right back out too. So stay tuned. I'll show you what our day has in store. that was a tight one. Down on the lake, usually these lake roads are nothing but a glorified fucking dirt path. Luckily this one had, and most of them do, they got a little kind of driveway across the way from them, so I could back it in straight. I really like to get them straight. I don't like unloading them at a 90-degree angle, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Having the truck lettered up, I think might work out pretty good. I just had we just passed a house they're working on right on the lake. Beautiful house, and we drove by nice and slow, of course, and the builders were out there kind of eyeballing the truck a little bit, so hopefully that pays off. So we got that one dropped off. Now we're headed back over to pick up the one that you saw us drop off the day after Christmas. Should be a nice, easy one. Well, I want to take this opportunity to talk about, it's the end of the year, so trying to get the books straight. We didn't make a ton of money this year, but got a lot of stuff to write off, so we're trying to get the books straight. And it got me to thinking about a good topic for a video, and that's QuickBooks, how we integrate that with Docket, and some of the tax write-offs. So one of the first issues I found with Docket and QuickBooks, well, there's a reason I use QuickBooks and Docket. So QuickBooks is a better accounting software. Docket has some spots, it has a place where you can put in expenses and all of that stuff, and you can get some of the normal accounting reports and whatever. But I prefer to keep QuickBooks. I think it does a better job accounting wise, and it's a good backup. I can take credit cards with Docket as well as with QuickBooks, and if I'm doing a junk removal job, I can do I have a card reader, so I can take credit cards that way, and they are both super fast to pay. So I like to have that redundancy, but one of the issues that I found right at the beginning when I first started using Docket, and I wish I'd have found it just a little sooner, but when you sync expenses in from Docket to QuickBooks, which you need to do if you're going to use that as your accounting software, and if QuickBooks is linked to your business account, you end up doubling up your expenses. I was putting all my expenses into Docket, and they ended up doubling up in QuickBooks. Luckily, I caught it, and I was able to go through and straighten that out. Now, the invoices, that's fine. That works out good. And the invoices match to any deposits that are made from the merchant account from Docket. So if somebody pays with a credit card, it goes through that merchant account, and that all matches up really well. It's just the expenses that are kind of wonky. So looking at this year, we've got a pretty big loss, actually, about $4,000, and we expected to have that loss because it's our first year in business. Everything in the business is paid for, and we bought, a new computer for the office, some other office equipment, some stuff for the wife to make lettering and stuff for the dumpsters, some Cricut stuff, all of our sweatshirts, t-shirts, all of that. So I'm not upset at all, actually, that we lost a little money. The other thing I want to talk about is, so we're doing a job right now. We dropped one off this morning. What's today, the 28th. We're not picking it up till January 2nd. Well, that poses a bit of a problem. They obviously paid before delivery, But if I have an overage that I have to charge them, that won't be charged until the 2nd of January. It carries over to the next year. And the way I do my dump fees is it's categorized as a cost of goods sold. So I sell a dumpster, let's say for $400. I go to the dump, it costs me $100. To sell that dumpster, the cost of goods sold was $100. And I'm gonna have to carry that over till next year. So I'm not sure how I'm gonna do that yet. And it might not be a problem if he doesn't go over the weight. So we'll see. Our advertising's working out pretty good. Like I said this morning, we did a regular paid Facebook ad, and then we also, I just put a post giving out a discount code on my business Facebook so that my few hundred followers kind of get rewarded for following the page. They get 10% off if they book between now and Friday. Today is Wednesday, so the reason I did that was because I don't have to, if I were to sell any dumpsters based on that plan, it didn't cost me anything marketing wise to get that dumpster sold. So, you know, does it work out? I think it probably does, you know. And it rewards the people that have followed and liked our Facebook page. So, but anyway, let me go pick up this dumpster and then we'll get it to the dump. Well, here we are at the dump. Good thing about having a remote, you just sit in the truck and do it. Once I see it all start to come off, pull the head a little bit, make sure the wheel is just above the ground. And then I kind of push it back for them. Well, I guess that's it for today. Ran a couple of dumpsters, pretty good. I like staying busy, and now it's starting to snow, but you know, it is what it is. So as you saw in that video, we showed up to pick up that last dumpster, and they weren't quite done with it. They were still putting some stuff in there. So maybe that would irritate some of you guys, and maybe it doesn't irritate me because we're not really all that busy, but you know, it's neighborly. Help them with that last little bit, you know, help them out a little bit. And we include 1 ton of weight in our dumpsters, and that one was 1.11. It's 22 bucks. Okay, we charge $200 a ton after the first ton. Prorated, of course, and you know, 22 bucks. I ain't sweating it. All right, showing up there, they're not ready, they need a little help throwing some stuff on there. Hey, that's what we're here for. That's what's gonna keep them coming back, keep renting dumpsters, and that's a neighborly thing to do. That's a good thing about living in a kind of a rural area. The people are nicer, you know. Yeah, you know, we really try to help people out and help each other out and whatever, and winter up here is tough. And luckily this year, it's kind of held off a little bit, and hasn't been as tough as it was in past years. It's coming, I'm sure, but gotta help these people get their stuff cleaned up or whatever they're doing. You know, you gotta help them out the best you can. So, hey, thanks for watching. Thanks for liking my last video a little bit, and thanks for the subscribers and people watching this channel. You know, I've only got a few subscribers, but hey, I feel like this helps keep me straight. So, yeah, let's keep doing it. All right, you guys have a good new year. If we do any more dumpsters this week, we'll get some more footage out there. All right, have a good new year.